Hey guys, looky looky, I got hooky. I have nothing to do with this. Nothing at all. But I like that scene in Hook. So anyway, we got Monthly Knife Club for March 2021. We're getting near the end of the month. And a couple boxes have not arrived. Weird. But anyway, so Monthly Knife Club usually comes towards the end of the month. And here it is. And I got an email from Daryl, who runs Monthly Knife Club, and he's very excited because this is a first for the company in terms of the brand that's in here. Sounds like we got a little folder. So let's get into this. Let's see what the Onyx box for March 2021 has to bring us. So I'm going to talk more about the Onyx and why I love the Onyx. It's just one of many different plans that Monthly Knife Club has to offer, but I love the Onyx Collector's Plan. So we got Fox Knives. Fox Knives is really cool. Fox Knives is a great knife company out of Italy, actually. The Vox Suru Framelock. So we have our specs right here on the card. There's our specs. So we've got overall anodized aluminum Framelock. It's interesting. We'll see if that gives us, you know, a little carbide insert or what's going on. N690 steel. N690 is an incredibly corrosion-resistant steel. What a great steel. Blade length is only 2.32 inches. What a little guy. Weighs 3 ounces. Okay. So we're going to take a look at this guy now. Now, I had a request if I could start holding up knives to rulers so you can see how big they actually are. And I'm going to try to remember to do that, but I probably won't remember to do that every single time. This obviously is going to be a little guy. That is a little guy. I should point out that this particular model of Fox and some other ones are very duplicated with some Chinese companies that they don't. So again, I gotta point this out. There's a difference between copies and counterfeits. A counterfeit has the branding on it and all that other stuff. They try to pass it off as a one-for-one fake. A copy is when they recreate the general shape and design, but they put their own branding on it and stuff like that. Is one better than the other? I don't know, but. It's definitely not, they don't counterfeit them, but they do. You'll see when it opens up. You probably will have seen something similar to this. But you've got your warranty, direct from Fox Cutlery, stuff like that. Okay, nice packaging actually, very secure in the foam, and wire clip, which I'm not a huge fan of because they bend easily. But for a lightweight small knife, yeah. Now you can see we've got a steel insert there. Oh, you know who's gonna go nuts after this? My favorite orange guy. It's not a Trump reference before anybody even says anything. But it's Dave, who loves all gear that is orange. What I love is that they already give this a pre-worn look. Some people will like this and some won't. But I love how you've got. So it's basically it's got a little bit of a tumbled look to it. If you get real close, let me get real close. So you got a little bit of a light tumbled finish, more so on the lock side, but then on the edges you have kind of a nice worn look to the ano. And orange is not orange ano is damn near impossible when you're doing your heat oxidation. When you're doing your electroanodizing, it's a different kind of setting on the. No. Look up a video on how they do that, you'll see. But this is nice. It's got a nice, rich color on it. You know, really nicely done. Very even. It is, you know, you can see that, well, we've got the deeper color inside there because that's thinner metal. And, you know, orange and black really complements each other well. Full metal construction. There's no plastic on here at all. All the hardware, your little backspacer there, the wire clip. Spyderco makes use of the wire clip in a lot of their lighter knives, and this is, you know, with all the metal on it, a light knife. Nice tight clip though. It is small. I mean, so yeah, EDC type knife. I love that they have done everything to lighten this, you know, full metal knife, but look how much they've done to lighten it up, make it very EDC and pocket friendly. Let's take a look here. So we've got our flipper, and we are perfectly centered there. Can you check that out? Yeah. Now this is one of those knives where if your hands are, I always say this, and I primarily speak to the big hands, but it can happen with small hands too. if you have big hands and you're trying to open this knife and you are squeezing on that lock bar, you're going to say this, my knife is broken, the detent sucks, it doesn't work, but you're going to be pinching on your knife to open it up. So this clip happens to be a great landmarking feature. If your fingers are on the clip, you are in no way impeding the detent or, you know, harassing the thing from being open. So I'm going to make sure that my fingers are on that clip as I go to use the flipper. Yeah, and then we have no problem. To show you and demonstrate, if I have my fingers here, I'm not just forcing this. I have a much harder time opening that knife, and that's something I first learned with the Nemesis Jeff Hall Manx, and I've told that story 100 times. But great a way to landmark to make sure you have no problem. I mean, no problem opening the knife when you're not messing with it. If you have little tiny hands, don't worry about it. Not a problem. But you know, you might have. I recognize this shape because I've seen it duplicated before. It's very popular. But this is the original. Great big wide slicing belly there. So it's small. What did we say? 2.32 inches. Yeah, but the way that they have the belly, so it's 2. I already broke the deal. Or I said I'd hold it next to a ruler. So here we go. Here it is next to a ruler. This is a 6-inch marking right there. So here's a 6-inch marking right there at the end, and put the blade right at the 0 line. So just about 6 inches overall, all the way. Now, so yeah, we've got the 2.23 inches, you know, straight from tip to where we meet the frame here. But that big swooping curving belly there actually extends our cutting surface, because that is 2.23 inches, but that is a much wider, and that's the whole premise behind a recurve adding more cutting, or a nice wide curved belly adding more cutting and slicing area. So nice design, I really like it. And the kind of very flat finish on the blade really goes well with the orange. Just a little bit of oil in there, which is not bad at all. But N690, once again, if you're looking for a steel, it's got very good edge retention properties, but N690 is in that family where the corrosion resistance is so high. So especially with summer coming up, if you know, you need a knife that's going to sit in your pocket, and pockets get sweaty. They do. There's a lot of moisture in there, and a lot of people don't realize that a knife that is just always in your pocket but doesn't come out a whole lot, and let's face it, some knives do that. You know, you carry them because you want to have it available. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But a lot of knives will pick up traces of rust and everything, especially along the bevel and everything like that, the bevel edge, and all sorts of exposed, you know, metal areas, because there's moisture, there's sweat, there's all sorts of, it's humid in your pocket. And 690 is a steel that's going to be very, very resistant to that. And if you're not, you know, if you forget or you just don't want to, or whatever, you know, take the knife out, wipe it down, make sure it gets a chance to air out and everything. This is a great steel for that. And, you know, you do pay a premium price for N690 steel. For example, on the Benchmade custom knife designer thing on their website, you pay extra when you choose. I don't even know if N690 is a choice, but it used to be. It's an extra fee to switch from the standard 154 cm to N690, where I think theirs might have even been N680. N690 is a step up from N680. So this is a premium steel that you're getting here. Really nice. Wait a minute, there we go. On the clip. So it's a small little knife, but this big choil there makes it easy to lock into and easy to hold, and they give you the choil right there by the blade too, so you can choke up, and it gives you really good control of this little tiny blade. So again, EDC purposes. And when you choke up, it still disappears in my hand a little bit, but I feel like I have excellent control over the tip of the blade, the belly of the blade, unlike some knives that are so tiny and they just disappear and I feel like I can't get a good grip. This one does give me a pretty good grip because I've got these two large choils to lock my fingers into. And even though there's no jimping on the spine, which is something I normally would complain about and say I wish I had some, having these big 2 choils really makes up for that. So rather than the 2-finger lock that I like to feel, I've got a really good 3-finger lock going on there. It makes it very easy to hold on to. And I feel like I can very finely operate that tip to do fine cutting or slicing or whatever I need to do. So it's a very nice little design. I like it. Cutting money. You just push it right through. Don't even need to give it its little swoop, but very finely finished edge right out of the box. You can see it's nearly mirror. Nearly. Little time on a very fine diamond stone and then a stropping, you probably will have a mirror finished edge on that. Fox does excellent finishing on all their stuff. Fit and finish looks great throughout the entire thing. Everything is well fit in, even on both sides. Nothing sticks out. Everything looks really well machined. Like I said, I love the slightly worn finish, the pre-worn finish on this. Some people might not. Some people want it brand new, bright and shiny, and they like to put that character on the blade, on the knife themselves. I kind of like the way this looks. I go back and forth on it. I like it. I like it either way. I studied there for a minute because I was trying to come up with, I was like, don't say something dirty, don't say something dirty, don't say something they can turn into something dirty. And then I said, I was just trying to not say, I like it both ways. But, it's smooth. It needs to break in a little bit. But the action flipping is nice and crisp, You got some good early lockup going on. Let's give the lock a little test. The only thing here is I don't feel like I can get a really good grip to do this. But and I don't think, we've got a nice steel insert in there. I don't think it's going anywhere, so I don't think the lockup has moved. There's no stickiness. Blade is still centered perfect, and we really haven't affected. Ooh, that is rock solid, no play whatsoever. We haven't affected our action or anything. So, if you're into the small knife, this is a great offering this month from Monthly Knife Club Onyx. I know that I can probably, and I'm just gonna say he's gonna see this video, but I'm gonna send him a picture anyway. I've probably got excellent trade value right now with Dave because he loves the orange, and this is a high quality, high class, EDC pocket friendly. It's a good knife. It's Fox makes really good stuff, and I love the reverse. It's a reverse. I mean, I don't know. I guess what do they say it is blade shape? They don't really say what kind of blade shape it is. It's sort of reverse Tonto-ish kind of, I guess. I mean, but I really like it because you've got a lot of slicing and cutting length and ability in that in such a small little package. Now let's look at the price here. So total value is between $167.25 and $235. That's not an MSRP because Monthly Knife Club doesn't do that. So this box will cost you $119 plus shipping and handling every month. What they do is they go all over the internet, they search wherever they can find this knife, and they give you the high end and the low end of what they find it for. Now, there may be, from time to time, you might go and look and say, oh, well, I found this on sale for less, and that's cool. And if you do, grab it, but these prices reflect, usually that low end is what we call the MAP price, the minimum allowable or minimum accepted pricing. If, as a dealer for Fox Knives, they say this is the lowest, if you're going to buy it from us at dealer wholesale, this is the lowest you're allowed to sell it for. And if you were caught violating the MAP pricing, which sometimes people are, you lose your dealer distributor rights and you no longer get to buy at that good price. Now, I don't know what that lower wholesaling price is, but anyway. So, again, the name Fox, when you buy a knife this, you know, this size. These are good high quality materials, but when you're paying that much for this size, you are paying a bit for the reputation and the name Fox Knives from Italy. They're a well-known brand and they make really good high quality stuff. But it's backed by, I can tell you, it is backed by a really good warranty. It's backed by a good company, and it's not made in China, so you know that's cool. I have to check the box before I say that so I don't look stupid. Yeah, it's made in Italy. Okay, good. This is a really cool one though. I'm not a small knife fan, but I like this guy. I do. It's different from my collection, you know. And that's okay. So that brings me into the Onyx Collector's Plan. What is the Onyx Collector's Plan? And why do I like supporting it on this channel? Because the Onyx Collector's Plan is a great way. If you don't have, I mean, it's not a budget brand. It's not a budget thing. No, not at all for $119 a month. But for $119 a month, if you're into building a quality collection over a lot of pieces all at once, and hey, whatever you're into, that's your collection. That's what's great about this, the knife collecting, is you do it however you want it. But you're guaranteed to get a higher end piece every month, good quality, great quality, and you know there has been no month at all since I started unboxing this where the value of the knife was not in excess of the cost of the box. You know, this is not the kind of it's just not the kind of box where you're gonna open it up and then you're gonna go online and you're gonna be like, damn it, they told me the MSRP of this was $150. And you know, so but then I found it for this, and this. You know, in terms of if you want to look at it in straight monetary value, you make out in terms of the monetary value every month in this box. Sometimes it's a matter of 15 or 20 bucks, you know, over. But even then, you know, you've saved yourself 15 or 20 bucks on a really good quality knife. Sometimes it's a lot more. I mean, it has been a lot more from time to time. But it's never a cheesy, cheap quality knife. You're never getting 5 CR quality steel. You know, you're never getting something just cheap and junky. They have, Monthly Knife Club has other packages that are, I mean, even way more expensive. They have a $250 Ultimate box. They have the name brand box, which honestly some people have been very happy with, and some people have commented that they're not so happy with. I mean, that's, you have to take a look at it. They have fixed blades. They have folders, but they have a whole bunch of stuff. So there's a link to Monthly Knife Club in the video description. I love the Onyx. I mean, that's me personally, because of the reasons I said. But you can, I mean, before you spend any money, there are some people say, I got it just because you said to get it. Don't do that. Don't get it just because I said get it. Take a look at it. See what you think. I'm giving you my recommendations, but, you know, I don't live your life for you. I'm saying my experience, and, you know, I believe that this is a good value, you know, but take a look at everything they have before you make a decision. You might find one of the deals that they have that you just like better, and that's cool because it's your knife collection. You have to make the decisions that are good for your knife collection. Maybe Dave's not going to get his hands on this one. Maybe I'm not going to trade with him. Maybe, I don't know. Dave making me test Forged in Fire branded blades. This is actually it's still small. Still feels really small in my hand, but good quality. So, what do you guys think of Fox Knives, of this itself? Anyway, I'm gonna put this in my pocket right now. Just walk around the house for a little bit and get a feel for it, especially with that wire clip. You know, I just wanna, not my favorite, but I wanna get a sense for it. I will say, just as a side note, so if you have any of the Spyderco deep carry wire clips, they will fit. You could swap them out if you wanted to. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, all right, guys. So, you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.